Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why MyLowe's Rewards is free to join. As a member, you earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases, get exclusive free gifts, and earn free shipping at Silver Key status, all on top of weekly member-only deals. Don't wait. Join MyLowe's Rewards for free today and start saving more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
You know, some people say that Odoo business management software is like fertilizer, the way it promotes growth and all. But other people say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. And there's some people who would even say Odoo's individual software programs come together to build the perfect suite like building blocks. Well, Odoo is all of these things. Fertilizer, magic beanstalk, building blocks for business. So sign up now at odoo.com. ODOO.com.
Wonder what Eli has in store this week.
So I followed your plan and I got 2 leads, man.
Nice. See, I told you, Cecil, you can do it.
It's a really great system.
Right?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Well, he's got this amazing pickup system that he sold me, and I've always wanted a mistress.
I'm sorry, how long has always?
Well, like, what, since like 92, maybe?
Wait, when were you married?
2000.
So you wanted a mistress 8 years before you were married?
You know me, I like to be prepared for stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, Cecil, tell me about your leads.
So I swiped right on everybody.
Oh, you swiped right on every single one? Is that what I said?
Yeah, when I open the app up now, it just shows me a picture where the sidewalk ends. There's nothing there. It's just
okay. And you got 2 people who responded. What'd you say to those people?
Well, the first one I used your patented pickup pun book.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for her to send a message back.
Okay.
Oh, the other one sent me a message and asked what I was packing.
Excellent. Did you send back a picture?
Yeah, actually, I totally did. I sent a photo of my favorite sword that I own. It's a replica from the Walls collection. Really nice custom handle.
Not what we discussed.
Purple heart engraved on the blade. It says "Draw me, not in anger." It's
Wait,
really...
I'm sorry. Did she send anything back?
Nothing yet. Been like 14 days.
Listen, I'm telling you, what I sold you so far is great and all, but this other system, it's called Pickup Puns 2. That's where it's at. Pretty soon you'll have a mistress, and that mistress will recruit other mistresses. You see what I'm saying? It's totally worth the $1,000. It's a whole like
that sounds
geometric shape.
Sold. That sounds amazing. You know, with something that awesome, you got to be swimming in it, Heath. I should just pay you in condoms, right? You know?
Yeah. No, a check will be fine though. Just like regular money.
Hello and welcome to Citation Needed, the podcast where we choose a subject, read a single article about it on Wikipedia, and pretend we're experts. Because this is the internet, and that's how it works now. I'm Eli, and I'll be bilking you of your ignorance today, but I'll need a ragtag crew to pull off this con. First up, 3 men who have officially been banned from corporate retreats: Tom, Cecil, and Heath.
Okay, I'm just saying it's not an open bar if you can't order drinks a handle at a time. That's a bullshit
and
restriction.
People get super judgy when you insist on trust falling naked. It's like, what the fuck?
And forwards.
I did a trust fall with my soccer team in high school, and they dropped me. Yep, that happened. The coach was like, "So, what did you learn? You overweight?" Yep, I am.
Chunk the
I have a weight problem.
Yeah, the coach was Heath's dad. It was a whole thing. Also joining us tonight, a guy who never had to worry about the invitation in the first place. No illusions.
Right, but a lack of an invitation never stopped me from declining formally before, so.
Now, before we begin tonight, I'd like to take a chance to thank our patrons. If it weren't for your generosity, we'd be forced to fake a large charity drive once a year to bolster our income.
It's not funny to
Series of fake websites.
That's not.
If you'd like to learn how to join their ranks, be sure to stick around to the end of the show. And with that out of the way, tell us, Cecil, what person, place, thing, concept, phenomenon, or event will we be talking about today?
Modest needs, which is real. Go ahead. Sorry, Cecil.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Today, we're going to be talking about multi-level marketing guru and founder of Holiday Magic, William Penn Patrick.
Tom.
Okay, I'm just going to say it wasn't Eli's idea to go back-to-back with con artist episodes during Vulgarity for Charity, okay? I mean, I know he's the one making the joke, but...
Thank you.
Do not encourage him, Noah. Do not encourage him.
It wasn't a thank you situation either.
And Tom, you stole this right from the center of your vision board. Are you
did.
ready to share your dreams?
Well, I checked and my downline has some downtime, so let's do this fucking thing. All right.
All right, so tell us, Tom, what was Holiday Magic?
All right, Holiday Magic was the name of one of the most infamous multi-level marketing scams ever perpetrated on the American people. And well, I think we can all unequivocally agree that multi-level marketing is really just a bullshit way of describing a pyramid scheme, which is itself just a different bullshit shorthand way to say a business model that most closely resembles an Ouroboros. The case, it really does. The case of Holiday Magic and its founder, William Penn Patrick, may just be one of the most American stories of all time. Not like good American, but still quintessentially American.
There's a good American? Yeah.
American. A business model that closely resembles an Ouroboros. So you have to have your head up your own ass to think it's worthwhile? I don't understand.
That's part of it.
Yeah, it's a job creator. It is, but mostly rim jobs. Yeah. So, yeah. From yourself. Yeah.
Self-rim jobs, yes.
You got to get a lot of ribs out to make
You really do. Really do.
all of them. Worth it.
All right, so this shit is amazing. Holiday Magic was started in the 1960s.
It is, Cecil.
By
Look into my eyes. Totally
Jesus. There's like a thin Ron Jeremy licking his own ass like a cat. He's just...
I love that movie.
All right, Holiday Magic was started in the 1960s by William Penn Patrick. And like most great businesses, it has an origin story that is complete and total bullshit. The legend of William Penn Patrick is this. After several failed business attempts and door-to-door sales failures, William was at something of a low point. He had gone bankrupt. He was failing in the sales racket. He was, in fact, so desperate, he tried to teach junior high school.
Wow. Well, I cut to somebody sucking dick behind a dumpster for meth, pulling out his headphones and going, okay, it could be worse. I guess I thought for sure.
Also, quick note to that guy, this is a weird podcast to listen to while you do that.
What's the right podcast to listen to while you do that, Eli? Judge you.
By the way, that guy is Betsy DeVos.
All right, so as it turns out, teaching is hard and it doesn't pay well. And William had a keen nose for business, which is why one fateful day, while walking down the street in San Rafael, California, William smelled a smell so intoxicating, so enticing that he immediately turned into a cartoon dog and was pulled, nay compelled, nay maybe floated through the air by the wafting odors of fruity, soapy lotions until he arrived at some fucking guy's garage, which he just immediately walks into.
Yeah. He walks in, he's like, is this the Asian massage garage? I heard a lot about this place.
Got to admit, though, that is a pretty good business model. Because, like, if, Crabtree and Evelyn were inside an unmarked van, I could have been abducted so many goddamn times as a kid. It smells delicious. Yankee Candle, Cinnabon, a guy with bacon, fucking whatever. Like, all those would have worked.
All right, so he gets in this garage. He discovers that the guy who owned the garage also just happened to own umpteen boxes and boxes of unsold inventory of things like mint iced honey almond facial scrub and strawberry frap cleanser, which is where the smell was coming from and was also the only time, hey, what's that smell coming from the garage, wasn't answered with the eventual use of crime scene tape.
Okay, to be fair, this story also ends in a crime scene. They just didn't have the tape.
That's true. All right, so obviously William does what anyone who smells a nice smell would do. He looks at these boxes of unsold beauty products and he immediately coughs up $16,500, which in today's money is $135,000.
Wow.
And he buys all this random guys, random boxes of scented lotions because I guess when you're so broke, you have to resort to teaching junior high school. You also obviously still have the equivalent of a 6-figure investment capital budget on hand at all times. I don't know. Naturally, he needs now to start a company to sell all the stuff he bought from the guy who couldn't sell all of this stuff. So he starts a company with the not at all stupid name, Holiday Magic.
Holiday Magic. This whole story sounds like it was made up with Mad Libs. Okay, guys, we need a made-up story for our scam's origin. Someone give me a job, just any job.
Okay, middle school teacher.
Ooh, good. Relatable. Okay, now I need a place.
A garage.
Like a mechanic?
No, like where you pull your car up.
Oh, I love it. Fairy.com boom. Saleable item that nobody needs, anyone?
Lotions.
Toilet paper.
Think we're going to go with lotions. Okay, so a thing that makes people happy.
Holidays.
Holidays, yes. And how is this company going to make money?
Magic.
Bingo.
All right, so by now William Penn Patrick has boxes and boxes of stink lotion and a company with a bizarre name, so naturally he needs only one other thing, right? He needs to release a vinyl record. Pressed, of course, by Holiday Magic Records and called Happiness and Success Through Principle, which really doesn't mean anything at all, but which nonetheless would not slow him down or dissuade him from his message. And his messages are fucking delightful, convoluted gibberish set to really, really bad music. So here's a little nugget of wisdom for you guys. Go ahead and digest all this for a minute, okay?
You have to read this in a Jordan Peterson voice or like a Kermit the Frog voice, which is the same voice.
Thing, yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, so here's the quote. He says, "This leads me to the point of the principle, which I have discovered as a foundation of my security and happiness, which is success. My first inclination is to do as most men do, that is, to confuse the issue by a lengthy analysis of the several specific issues available. A volume of 1 million pages could be written on the general subject, with a discussion of how many angels could stand on the head of a pin."
Wow, I could really use a corkscrew, but all I have is this penny. I think this guy's a good salesman.
To the other extreme of how did the earth get here?
My life, you know what? It's just another thought. My life, it isn't herbal enough. You know what I mean? Like, I would need it to be, my life could be more herbal.
Since I do not wish to enhance my ego, and since my purpose is to sincerely share with everyone those things I have discovered to be true, I will only give you the principle, knowing that when you understand the principle, you will then apply it to the many available issues before you.
What?
That's pretty clear, right, guys? It's clear, right?
Okay.
Did that help?
Question.
Probably.
Was the translation of that, I know a thing, boy do I know a thing I know, which is a thing, get ready, here comes the thing?
Yes. yes. He just spent 93 words saying, but I don't want to be verbose.
Exactly. So what were some of these principles that required such a lengthy introduction? Well, here's one of them. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get us all T-shirts for it, so you don't have to. Here's the quote. "There's absolutely nothing wrong with being wealthy. Wealth comes from giving something of value to other persons willing to pay for the value."
Yeah, the estate tax is great. Absolutely. It should be higher.
Shut up, Heath.
Perfect tax.
Each man in a free society is rewarded by his fellows in accordance with his contributions. Should you desire wealth, find a better way of giving what you have to offer to more people. The more people you can help, the more people will pay you for the help.
Principle 2, lift your bootstraps with your legs, not your back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right, so I know what you're thinking, right? Like, Tom, hey, that doesn't mean anything. Why'd you just read that? Like, that's just a bullshit bootstrap mythos spoken out loud to justify why some people have stuff and other people have less stuff. And to that I would say, yeah, okay, but that fucking guy went from being a broke junior high school teacher who bought $100,000 worth of garage sale lotion to being a millionaire in like a few short scam-filled years. So, like, maybe we're not the ones who are all smart here.
Oh, God.
Or, and there's certainly some irony here, we're principled. Right? Or maybe, like, I don't know, 3 of us are principled and 2 of us aren't the smart ones here. I don't, it's a combination of those things.
We all know which 2 and 3 Noah's talking about.
I mean,
Unfortunately, we do. All right, anyway, telling people
I'm one of the
how-
stupid ones, right?
No.
It's technically 2 principled, 2 stupid, and 1 lazy. But you don't need to define it that sharply.
Wait, can I be all 3 of those descriptors? I feel they're not.
No,
All right,
no,
whatever.
you can't, Tom.
Damn
You
it.
can
And
be
give us
too.
back our fucking bootstraps, Tom.
Thank you.
I'm saving these. You don't deserve them. All right. Anyway, telling everyone how when you sell something they pay you for it. That's not the whole enchilada. That would be stupid. So here's another pearl of wisdom for you. He says, "Quote: Today I'm earning more money each week than 90% of the American people earn in a year. Soon my earnings per day will be likewise. This money will continue as long as I desire it to, but money alone is a shallow thing and should not be a man's sole purpose."
I own many leather-bound books.
Exactly. It is. I know. He's saying, so basically, like, I have a lot of money and I'm getting more all the time, and that's great for me, but I'm not arrogant about it at all. I promise, but I could also fuck your wife if I want to. My dick is enormous. That's the...
And it smells of rich mahogany. My penis does smell like mahogany.
If you're making that much money, it's only shallow because you aren't stacking it correctly. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
right? I've seen DuckTales. You can dive in head first
No
to that
shit.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck that shit.
It's got mahogany shaped like a corkscrew. That's cool.
Yeah.
Duck penis is shaped like a corkscrew.
penis is sharp.
Yeah, especially when you cut it with the shears and you turn it.
Also, one of his most quoted quotables in a long list of, quotables was this. He says, "Those who condemn wealth are those who have none and see no chance of getting it." Now, I ran this quote by a couple of families on the west side of Chicago and also Bernie Sanders. They all disagreed. But to be fair, I also workshopped this one in Breckenridge and the Hamptons, and strangely, I got wildly different responses. It's-
Right. Yeah. People who want to tax the wealthy are money insoles. That's how this works.
Well, but that statement is largely true because almost everyone has no wealth or chance of getting it. But damn, doesn't it take a lot of caucasity to assume
Is that white audacity?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and what's amazing is there's no underline under it from spell check, so I wasn't the first to it. Yeah,
Check your spell check privilege.
But honestly, how rich white privilege bullshit is it to assume that represents a flaw in the poor people?
Right.
All right, so obviously William loved wealth, and I mean, who can blame him, right? I mean, when you have wealth, it's hard not to love that, but William wasn't content just extolling the virtues of him having stuff. No, he wasn't simple like that. No, William also made sure that anyone listening to his sweet, sweet record knew that if you were going to love wealth, you also had to hate poor people, because I guess it's no fun having more than other people if you can't hate on the ones that are struggling. Holiday magic. So,
Sky cake.
yeah, here's another quote next time you feel the need to carve something mean into the forehead of a poor person. So,
I'm listening.
quote, "There are many parasites who give nothing of value to an economy or society and yet demand to be fed."
Yeah, said the guy who sells garage lotion. Fuck you.
Do you guys think like a young Paul Ryan laid it on his back in his room, on his bed, listening to this record the way we all did with music?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Just mixing up ground Adderall and fucking homeless tears on the album cover. Making libertarian crack.
All right, so libertarian crack isn't the only thing that William Penpatrick had stumbled onto. It wasn't new. What he was doing was just repackaging some messages from guys like Dale Carnegie and putting a sort of mean-spirited, proto-neoconservative, quasi-religious spin on all this. But for employees of Holiday Magic, William then created the Leadership Dynamics Institute, which employees of Holiday Magic were required to attend. And since employees were required to go to this in order to move up the chain at Holiday Magic, naturally he took his idea of the Leadership Dynamics Institute and he created another company just called Leadership Dynamics, which then became its own multi-level marketing company, seeded with the employees of Holiday Magic.
That's how
was
you do it.
itself an MLM. It just...
Wow.
Okay, way ahead of you, Tom. I just bought leadershipdynamics.com. We're going to be rich. It's going to be great.
No, but this makes sense, right? Because as long as the subsidiary MLM spawns at least 3 subsidiaries and each of them spawns at least 3 subsidiaries, then we can pay off Stormy Daniels and nobody will know it was us. I'm sorry, I forgot where I started. That's how these sentences usually end.
So Leadership Dynamics was this fucking weekend thing that the employees of Holiday Magic attended to get ahead, and so far, all this just sounds like a mean guy with a lot of lotion bilking people. But this is where the story will begin to get very fucking weird.
All right. Well, speaking of lotion and being weird, I need a break. But we'll be back in a bit for a little thing we like to call apropos of nothing.
Eli, that's not what bilking means.
Huh?
He's going to bilk his prostate.
Well, gee, Mr. Patrick, thank you so much for hiring me.
Well, sure thing, kid. Here at Holiday Magic, we thrive on young people. Can I throw some quotes from our new Business Dynamics record at you?
I love that record. Please do.
Well, there are many men in the United States for whom their ambition is not met by their surroundings. These men should be brought to a place where their surroundings are met only by their ambition.
Whoa, that's so true.
All right, how about this one? A product is not an item to be sold, but a sale to be made into a product.
Oh, I'm writing that one down.
When man strive to beans, hammock, umbrella, chair, far kitten. Sorry, I don't feel well.
I love it. That's good.
Wait, what? Go.
Umbrella, chair, far kitten. Believe me, I get it.
Oh, God, my chest is tight. Toast, needle, doodly dee, that.
Gosh, that's good.
Dee dee, call, needle, doodle, toast.
This is so good.
Toast.
Got it.
Hey, podcast listener. Do you love when we say mean things?
Of course you do. That's why you're listening.
Well, as you may already know, we're currently right smack in the middle of our yearly roast with a purpose. Vulgarity for charity.
So if you'd like to give the same treatment that we've given to a surprising number of radiation victims to someone else, head over to modestneeds.org, donate at least $50, and send the receipt along with who you'd like us to roast to Vulgarity for Charity, that's the word, not the number, at gmail.com.
Want Tom to compose an ode to how much he hates your ex-girlfriend?
Vulgarity for Charity at gmail.com.
Want Cecil to roast your rain gutters?
Vulgarity for Charity at gmail.com.
And this year, a private donor is matching our first $100,000 of donations. So give till it hurts. Whoever you tell us to hurt.
Vulgarity for Charity. Once a year, we do it for good.
And we're back. When we left off, someone was getting rich off others' gullibility because this is America and our national anthem should be the sound of losing at video slots. What happens next, Tom?
You're not even a little wrong. All right, so here's the thing. People pay $1,000 to attend Leadership Dynamics, which is a lot of money now, but was like more money then.
Oh, move over, Cecil. We have a new detail king in town.
Yeah, the math works. Anyway, this thing turned out to be the action park of corporate weekend leadership retreats. They held these things in some scuzzy hotel in the Bay Area in the 60s, and I've been to a fair number of corporate retreats. It can be kind of a bummer to stay someplace subpar for a working weekend, but I can honestly say that every day of my working life has been better than this weekend I'm going to describe.
Did you shit and vomit at the same time at some point? I'm confused.
Well, no, I have not, but I have been a janitor, I've been a fast food worker, and I've even been a podcaster.
Oh, that's
so I've had some
shitty
shitty jobs.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Tom, to be honest, I was so certain that sentence was going to end with, and I've been to a fair number of scuzzy hotels in the Bay Area. I almost shredded that NDA. I'm glad I read it all the way through, though.
Thank you for not doing that, actually. So what made this so bad? Were there bees at the ropes course? Maybe somebody not paying attention during the trust fall? Perhaps that one fucking guy who man cries about his feelings and treats a bullshit corporate retreat like a free fucking session of group therapy.
Fuck that guy.
I'm right here.
somehow this was all much worse. Attendees to Leadership Dynamics were fucking crucified.
Wait, what?
Like, yes, they were actually literally crucified. They were strung up on crosses.
What?
They were crucified at work in a hotel.
Yeah.
And then they were left hanging there for hours at a time. And then some of them were forced into coffins, which were shut overnight. Real, actual coffins. More on the coffins. Put a pin in that. You can take one from one of the crucified guys if you need one.
Still better than some jobs. You could be the server that has to keep bringing Eli progressively warmer glasses of tomato juice.
Sir, please, we've been closed for 3 hours. This is ridiculous.
2 degrees warmer.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
I have a baby thermometer.
You know I'm going to come in your tomato juice for those 2 degrees, right?
Never does it.
Then they had, and I love this, they had something that they called group bullying. Like, there's, if you've seen Handmaid's Tale, which is a spectacularly slow-moving and ultimately boring but wildly popular TV show about our near certain hellish dystopian future.
Present right now.
Fair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's actually a scene in that show that looks very literally like this leadership retreat. At this retreat, somebody in the group would be forced to admit to something embarrassing, and then the whole group would humiliate and yell at that person, and to make them better leaders somehow.
I don't want to brag, but I could have taken down this entire business model by going first. Just saying.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea for a leadership conference. You save verbal abuse for where it belongs, charity drives. Right?
That's right. Come on, people.
All right, so here's an example of the group bullying that took place. Some guy at one of these retreats was in Holiday Magic, as was this guy's mom. So this guy's mom naturally told the leaders of the retreat that her son had witnessed her having sex with a woman when her son was a young child, and that her son was traumatized by the event. Also, mom told the organizers that this guy was molested by his dad as a child. So naturally, the Leadership Dynamics people weaponized this information and made this poor fucker publicly admit all of this while they shamed and bullied him in front of everyone.
Now we just do that in Congress until they resign. We just do that.
Yeah. Or we stop watching Annie Hall in protest, even though it's a really funny movie.
Now, other people were forced to strip naked in front of everyone while participants mocked their bodies. One account has a man being forced to give a dildo head in front of the female participants. And amazingly, William didn't deny any of this. When he was sued, saying of the forced sex addicts with the fucking fake dongs, he said, quote, "Well, to put it bluntly, there are a lot of men who come to class that have forgotten how to use theirs."
But that's not it, though, right? Like, the right way to use it isn't rip it off and fillet it in front of your female coworkers. How is that a defense?
That power.
Look how gay I'm not. Look at this. Look, I'm not gay. Look how gay I'm not. It's killing it. Seriously, everything at this event sounds like Mike Pence joining a frat so far. Like everything you've described.
It totally does. Why did you tell them, mother? Oh my gosh, this is Mike Pence's origin story.
Right?
All right, so when he was asked about reports of students being beaten during these conferences, Williams admitted to it being fairly common to hit the students, but then he rationalized this shit by saying, and I quote, "I slap my children from time to time. That serves a useful function."
Well, look at that. William Penn Patrick can't listen to our podcast.
Like, honestly, at this point, there's nothing better here to do than to quote from the actual depositions. I found these from a New York Times article from 1973. These are the best things I've ever read in the history of ever. When he was questioned under oath about this, Mr. Patrick said no one was nailed to a cross. They were tied, he said.
Jesus died for our synergy. Yes.
All right, actually, Noah, Eli, you guys mind taking these? I feel like you've had this conversation almost word for word, so you guys might have a little...
That's fair.
Yeah. You want to take the question?
Yeah,
I'll take the answer. Yeah, okay.
How was the individual tied to the cross?
Well, how would you normally tie somebody to a cross?
What? Like, enthusiastically? I don't get the question. What's that?
Mr. Patrick was asked if anyone suffering from claustrophobia was ever forced into one of the coffins, and he replied, well, let me say this. If they did, they got over it.
Just like Jesus got over his claustrophobia. Yeah.
Claustrophobia is amazing.
Thank you. Just
All right, guys, you want to take
cool.
another quote from the deposition, guys?
Oh, sure. Okay. Is the coffin a pine box or was it
No, we had a modern coffin.
a modern coffin
Yes.
with a pillow inside and pad?
Yes, it's very nice. You would like it.
I love how threatening that sounds, even with Eli saying
right,
it. It's like,
All right, follow-up question. If you put a glass of red wine on the pad and jump next to it, would the wine spill?
So Mr. Patrick was asked at another point about people being injured in the classes, and he replied, quote, I don't think those things are damaging. A little painful, but a man learns from his pain.
no, we don't. Getting a circumcision doesn't make you stop playing with it. Shut the fuck up.
Well, they couldn't get me to stop playing with it during the circumcision. So, yeah.
So I have no idea how William would define a little painful, but one student from Leadership Dynamics was quoted as saying, I was black and blue from head to toe. My cheekbone was sticking out over 1/8 of an inch. Dizzy spells, continuous pain in the chest and in the stomach and ribs, and my wrists were infected, and I had continuous nightmares. I had slight whip marks on the back. Not sure if he forgot his fucking safe word before heading into Geneva Bay Conference Room 2, but almost certainly his fault.
But how does this help you sell lotion? Like, I'm so fucking lost right now.
Maybe the lotion is for whip scars?
That would make sense, actually. Yeah.
Or maybe like, please buy this lotion or the master will whip me again.
The safe word is, I want to buy more lotion. Yeah.
And to keep students from leaving, they were paired up and then encouraged to spy on one another. If either one of the pair didn't do as they were told or didn't report suspicious activity to leadership, they would both be thrown out.
Literally
And remember,
Handmaid's Tale. Jesus.
it is. It's the same thing. Yeah. And if you didn't make it through Leadership Dynamics, your career at Holiday Magic was going nowhere. But like all good things, even this had to come to an end. Around 1974, Holiday Magic, the original fruity scented garage lube distribution racket,
First but not least.
it came to the attention of the Federal Trade Commission, and the complaint alleged that pyramid schemes are bullshit, and this was one, basically. So can someone please fucking do something about this?
Right, to which the FTC said, like, guys, we're 6 years pre-Reagan. You bet your ass we can.
Right. And Leadership Dynamics was being sued on all sides by people who didn't like being crucified and molested.
So not Catholics then. Okay.
And Holiday Magic was under federal investigation for being total bullshit. William Penn Patrick was very, very rich at this point. He was so rich, in fact, that one of his hobbies was to fly airplanes that he should not have been able to buy and was not licensed to fly. Somehow,
What?
he manages to get his hands, I love this so much, he manages to buy a P-51D Mustang. This is a long-range fighter plane and bomber. It was used in combat as late as the Korean War. This is not something you buy. It's not at all clear how he was able to buy
You
this
can
thing.
buy military jets?
Second Amendment, motherfucker. That's why. Second Amendment.
A well-organized Air Force militia. Fuck you.
So at the age of only 43 in 1973, embroiled in scandal, William stalled and crashed his P-51D Mustang, killing both himself and his friend, Christian George Haggart, who was the director of Holiday Magic of Helsinki, Finland.
Okay, new rule. Tom isn't allowed to do any more of his heroes. These essays get weird.
That's mean.
Hey, Tom, your garage door has I'm going to describe it as a stealth bomber-shaped hole in it.
It smells weirdly of lotion in there, too. What's going
A lot
on?
of lotion.
I'll thank you to stay out of my personal affairs. Outrageous. Outrageous, all of you. So a year after William's death in 1974, Congress held hearings about pyramid schemes, which everyone had to take a moment and define basically as a business where the bottom feeds the top, the customer is the employee, and there's effectively no bona fide consumers buying a substantial amount of any of the products. This, we all collectively decided, was, at least on paper, bad. So the United States of Representatives cited holiday magic as an example of consumer fraud. Pyramid schemes are now very much illegal, and holiday magic is cited now in law schools all over the country as one of the primary examples of the most egregious and fraudulent pyramid schemes in America. Of course, now we call pyramid schemes multi-level marketing, or the newer, shinier version, network marketing.
Tom, tetrahedral integration, please. Proper nomenclature.
And then maybe sometimes we appoint as education secretary wholly unqualified women whose family fortune was and is made in exactly this way, and then we have a president.
Mercenary soldiers is the other way that family makes money.
And then we definitely have a president is a guy who owned the Trump Network, which is a MLM that sold vitamins and other bullshit. But I guess we solved the problem. 1974 problem solved, guys. It's over.
Nice.
And if you had to summarize what you learned in one sentence, what would it be?
I think it is. I'm not sure, really. I think it's if one pyramid is good, two pyramids are more good.
Yeah.
One
diamond. And are you ready for the quiz?
I am. Let's do this thing.
All right, Tom. What's the worst thing to get at the Asian massage garage? A,
Reject the premise.
turtle waxing.
Turtle waxing.
B, a rim job. C, engine head. Or D, transmission.
Well, okay, the turtle waxing, that's, I don't know why you would put that in the list of the worst things to get. Okay.
That's
you
just a
do
good
you.
sealant, yeah.
Obviously, nobody wants a failed transmission, so we're going to go.
No, everybody wants.
Yeah, there are times when you want it to fail. Yes,
a failed
exactly.
transmission at the Asian massage garage.
Happy rear ending.
Yeah. But we'll go D anyway. Yeah, when you give it the D, that's what happens. So there you go. It's
All
D.
right, I got one for you, Tom. What is an actual, genuine reason that Noah was once kicked out of a corporate team building retreat?
It's got to be all of the above before you even list them. I bet it's all of the above.
I'll give you a hint. It's not. A, insisting that lighting the cross joint is a team building exercise. One guy can't do it. B, jumping into group bullying without being prompted.
That's believable.
C, saying very convincingly, "Oh God, not yet," in the middle of the trust fall. Or D, crucifying people.
Oh, now I just want it to be D. Like I feel like I just want it to be. Can I want it bad enough that that's true?
Let me check with Andrew. No, you cannot want that one. That's the one you're not allowed to want.
All right.
True.
All right, Tom, I got one more for you.
Wait, I need to know which one it was.
It was C. Like,
Oh,
it was
I'm
C.
so happy.
I scared the shit out of this 42-year-old overweight woman. It was hilarious.
All right, last one for you, Tom. Which of the following is the best slogan for holidaymagic.com? Is it A, it puts the lotion in the basket and it proceeds to check out? That is the only option. It's A.
That's really it. Yeah. You don't need any more.
Okay, it is A with the caveat that if you enter glory at checkout, you get 50% off that lotion.
That's right. All right. Well, Cecil, you fooled Tom first, so you are this week's winner.
All right. Heath, put the lotion in the basket. It's you next, buddy.
Game on.
All right. Well, for Tom, Heath, Noah, and Cecil, I'm Eli Bosnick, thanking you for hanging out with us today. We'll be back next week, and by then, Heath will be an expert on something else. Between now and then, you can apply for a job at Tom's company, Magical Holidays. You can invest with Cecil and Noah at Celebratory Enchantments, or you can date Heath. And if you'd like to help keep this show going, you can make a per-episode donation at patreon.com/citationpod or leave us a 5-star review anywhere you can. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, check out past episodes, connect with us on social media, or check the show notes, be sure to check out citationpod.com. And remember, if it takes money to make money, it won't.